all those statistics are based off really small,
Samples.
tiny things.
Yes.
And there's not enough research.
Mm-mm.
So 5 things. What are 5 things we're doing to make our children...
All right. To not pass on the 90s diet culture to our children, but make sure that we hope to leave a better future for them in terms of health, right?
But, like, be real. Like, not, like, too broad. I want you to tell me, like, little things. Like,
got it. I think number 1 for me is not keeping too many snacks in the house. I don't care if my kids eat snacks at the school. My son, I'm a working mom.
Snacks? Not too many snacks, but like
they eat hot lunch. But I don't want to have too many bagged chips, right? Like, I'm not going to say they can have Doritos or they can't have salt and vinegar chips at school, or even when we go, like, camping in the summer. But I don't keep them in the house because I don't want them eating small bags of chips all day long or in the Saturday morning for breakfast, right?
Yeah, it's an addiction
yes.
part, yeah.
2, I think I'm swapping my eggs. So eggs are a big thing for me. I know we've talked about this. We'll talk about small business a lot on this podcast. And I use Seven Sons. It's a small business in Indiana close to me. Good. They do an egg subscription program that I love very much that I've gotten other people on. And I do my eggs through them. They lay their eggs right before they come to my house. They keep the bloom on so they last longer. And they're just more nutritious. The yolk is, like, super hot orange. You can stick a fork in it and it, like, goes slow. And so, like, we eat a lot of eggs in my house. So we're going to keep that, like, more sustainable eggs, better eggs.
Yeah.
3, eating grass-fed meat when I can. And when I say when I can, I mean when I can, because non-grass-fed meat is a lot cheaper. So in a lot of cases, sometimes it's all that's available for the cut of meat that I need for the recipe I'm going to make. But I think grass-fed or locally grown meat, when I can, I really want to, like, push that more. 4, I'm going to say, this is going to be a weird one, but my toothpaste. I'm going to go anti-fluoride, like, very clean. I use Dr. Bronner's. They do not sponsor me, but I would recommend them. A lot of the ingredients in the toothpaste is organic. I feel like my teeth stay white. They feel clean. I think it's good for me and my kids. So I feel like it's a good toothpaste. I think some of them, like the one that we used for a long time in my household, is like an Aquafresh toothpaste. Great toothpaste, please don't get me wrong, but I think there are a lot of, like, foaming agents and things in it that might not be good for our health. And I'm not saying that we have a ton of research to say that they're bad.
We swallow a lot.
Yeah, I just don't necessarily know that they're good, so I'm going to keep those out. And then 5, it's not punishing or demeaning or being forceful around the things my kids eat. It's really easy for me to say, don't eat that, that's fattening. You can't eat that, it's not good for you. Yes. Yeah. Or eat that, it's healthier for you. And for me as a kid, that really put a lot of weird things and stigmas in my head around certain foods, where I would hide foods under my bed. And
you still hear it to this day.
Yes, and I still say it to this day. But I try to be better for my kids in terms of making them feel like, here are your options, and letting them make the healthier options, because I do believe that for long-term success and health, that will be better for them than me telling them that that's not good for them and it's going to make them fat or ugly.
I feel like generally, though, like, kids can taste, like, because they're so young, they want to taste it, like, full and freshness of, like, foods. So I feel like us not, like, making it a daily thing, and it's an extra treat, they'll taste the difference eventually. So that's my one, is, like, taking out the, like, quick food.
Got it. So more cooking, less
I want to make sure I am a stay-at-home mom, but I also am a stay-at-home mom. So there's children to be taken care of, there's houses to be cleaned, there's a lot of laundry, dishes, like, and I have ADHD, and I come from my own background of trauma that, like, I can't always just be like, oh, I have this home-cooked 5-course meal.
Good for you, moms. I can do that.
I don't.
It's a no for
I'm going to go to Aldi, and I'm going to grab that freaking pot roast from whatever section it is. I'm going to grab an extra bag of carrots, and I'm going to put it in Instant Pot, and that's how I'm going to feed my family, which is fine. but I'm always going to try to choose more organic when available.
Yes. I like it.
When I buy my children clothing, it's either secondhand.
I love that.
Because the best part about secondhand is like, well, like when you buy things, they have like the flame retardants and like the dyes. Everything brand new has more like chemical potency.
Pressed chemical, yes, 100%.
When you buy used, it's like broken down.
Yes.
And
if
what's
you
hard,
if you're a stay-at-home mom and you have a little bit more time, you have that option to do that, and also more sustainable for the environment versus that like 1 minute fast fashion, which I will admit I'm incredibly prone to.
Yeah. It's, I mean, that's easy. I build carts all the time. I'm like, oh, so cute.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, I'm like, you guys are wearing the same
kind
5 outfits for the next, like, 6 months until, like, you grow out of it.
A balance between both.
Yeah. And then, was that 3?
Yes.
Okay. And then, so 4 would be, like teeth brushing and, like, water and filtering my water and just...
The chemicals in general.
Chemicals in
shampoo,
general.
type of things.
Yeah.
Yep.
And what was the other one that I said earlier and I can't remember because I forget it.
Ooh. I feel like it was...
Oh, like, well, again with fast fashion, like bedding. Like we spend so much time like on our beds. Like
you sleep half your day in our bed.
Yeah. So like I couldn't afford to buy my son or my daughter like really expensive, like Newton does like an organic mattress, which is great.
Yeah.
But like they're really expensive, and at the time I couldn't afford it. So for me, I make sure that I buy like the covers that go over it.
Yeah.
Like whether it be like memory foam or whatever, like the fumes or the like fiberglass.
Less chemicals.
The chemicals that you breathe in, and then you do like organic sheets when you can.
Yeah.
And you rewash them and do it that way.
Yeah.
But I try really hard to like
stick with that type of
dilute in that environment.
I love that.
And just getting outside as much as we can.
Oh, getting outside is a good one. I think we
It's hard, especially
it's so hard
in the winter.
Midwest in the winter.
But 15 minutes.
Oh, and getting
walk around your block.
Yes.
Even if it's rainy or gross, like the kids need that.
Oh, we need it. We need it.
I need them out of my house. I live in 1,000 square feet.
1,000
square feet
much more than
with
that.
2 kids who are completely feral and don't know how to sit still. I don't know how to sit still, and neither does my husband. So we're just like
same with us,
all over each other.
I love this. Awesome.
But we're gonna do better.
Yes. Cheers to that. Thank you for coming and joining us for Take 4 Talk More, where we get drunk and talk about random shit, especially things from the 90s that affect us nowadays as
Fuck
millennial
SlimFast.
moms.
You'll play whips, ho! I'm watching you.
SnackWells, don't eat that either.
No.
Kellogg's, like breakfast bars, probably not the best option.
But how can we make it like easy or accessible to be healthy?
We do eggs in a cup. We do
It's
eggs
think
in a cup.
simple.
We think simple. We whip eggs with a little milk in a mug, like a coffee mug.
And you microwave it?
And we put them in the microwave in the morning because my wife and I are both working moms.
You put cheese in it.
You could put cheese in it, and you just microwave it for 1.5 minutes. We do 2 eggs, 1.5 minutes, and the kids love it. They're a little rubbery for me as an adult.
I don't have a microwave. That's a tale for another different
That's a tale for another different day, but it's probably the smart thing to not have a microwave. But if you need to do it quickly and you're looking for a better option, this is, I think, a better option. I am not a super fan of like the sugary oatmeal that we sell a lot nowadays, but I think if you did like the whole organic oatmeal that you get in the big bag, and you add,
whatever you want
to it, I think this
taking
is a really
society out of your daily life.
Take society
Who
out
gives
of
a
it.
shit about what Sally and Susan down the street do?
People eat oatmeal for
you
literally years.
are in control of your own family, and if we all
100%.
do it together and like break it down and just keep it simple,
yes,
our kids will be okay.
Millennial moms, don't let diet culture ruin how you raise your kids.
No, because
have
guess
a good
what?
time.
A frog belly is good belly.
It is true.
It's a good belly.
It is true.
I will never get surgery because I can't afford it.
So if this podcast goes viral, she might get surgery.
I might not, though. Only because, this is what makes me a human.
Oh, I love that.
I'm a human. And I wasn't as traumatized as you with diet culture.
I also had to lose 150 pounds.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Diet culture traumatized my friend.
Don't do that.
And
it's not good. But I think, ultimately, for our kids, I think we're doing a better job for them. And hopefully, like, it will roll down and
Yeah.
they will do even a better
That's
job
the goal.
for their kids.
Not to say that our moms didn't.
No, they did their best. They did their best with everything
what
they had. 100%.
And remind yourself of that. It's like when you try to blame someone else.
Don't blame your mom.
And you try to blame yourself, just remind yourself that you're doing absolutely the best that you can with what you have available.
Disney Channel and MTV and VH1 ruined our moms. Don't blame them.
No.
Don't blame them.
Listen, we have foreheads and we have bellies and we have weird nipples and sometimes we like shit that makes cellulite happen. And that's okay.
So we'll end today with Take 4 Talk More. Being drunk on martinis. Hope you liked the martinis. Don't forget your Coke, soda. Yeah, I think it's a martini.
We put it in a martini glass.
There's a lot of vodka. Don't forget that Kirkland vodka is your best friend. I'm not exactly sure where I put it. It's right here.
Costco.
Kirkland Costco vodka.
I think
Tastes
this is
just like Grey Goose.
This is like an $18 bottle.
It's $21 if you get it on Instacart. So it might be cheaper if you go to the actual store.
It is cheaper in the store.
Yeah. So I would highly recommend. Next week, please join us.
And
we'll be talking about something else.
This you can get at Costco too.
Yes. I'm thinking we're going to talk probably best, like viral wasn't even a word back then, but we're going to talk viral TV shows like Gilmore Girls and Dawson's Creek and Daria. And
You're standing on my neck.
And how it affected how we became women.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
Bitches. Bye.
Cheers. Take 4 Talk More. Don't forget.
I gotta pee so bad.
Wait, I can't turn it off.